Good Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the NetCode ESports SimWrapMarket.com third annual Mini Nationals Championship night tonight. We got a handful of our drivers ready to chat with us. These are the guys that are going to be in what you'll see first tonight, which is King of the Hill knockout pole shuffle. And let's get all the boys in here. We'll bring them all in one at a time. They'll all be in here together with me. Gentlemen, we're live on the air, so don't say anything out of pocket. I'm going to address all of you at once, and then individually I'll grab you for questions, and we'll kind of go from there and see what you think about championship night tonight. But all of you are involved in the King of the Hill pole shuffle that is going to take place here just momentarily. A couple of drivers look like they're going to miss because they're trapped in another league or something, and they, I guess, can't escape. I'm not really sure. But the worst they can start is 5th and 6th. So, hey, you guys are going to get some free spots out of this deal. But I'm going to ask first, because Craig Silby, you got to go first in this lineup. I mean, you're going to be starting at the bottom. It's kind of a tough road to hoe to crawl to the top, see if you can grab the pole tonight.
Oh, hi, Roger. So this is a pole shuffle. I thought it was a race. Sorry. So it's me against the next guy, and what, we do 2 laps?
2 laps, fastest time stays. He takes on the next driver in the same fashion.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Okay, yeah, I'm up for that. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, so like I said, you're at the bottom, and with a couple of guys missing, really, you're probably only going to have to go through 4 of these guys. But still, with the company that you're keeping, that's going to be a pretty tall order.
Oh, you got that right, mate. These are the best of the best on this platform, and if we can run hard with these guys and get some sort of result, then we're doing pretty well. And all I'm doing is having a whole lot of fun trying. I'm so excited to be here. So, yeah.
Well, it looks like the track is getting pretty worked in right here. Does anything look like it's a place where you don't want to go right now?
I really don't know, Roger. It was so hard to tell yesterday, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty similar today. So I don't really care where I start. I actually have a bit more fun coming from back down the field. So I'll just go out there and see how I go and start from where I start.
All right, man. Well, wish you good luck in the pole shuffle. Hopefully at the end of the night we get a chance to talk to you again. I'm going to move on. Vinny Sansone, I think you are the first matchup against Craig Silby in this thing. Your thoughts on that matchup and your probability to crawl through this thing and maybe start out front tonight in what is kind of a one-off race for you here.
Yeah, I would say the probability is pretty low. But, I'm trying to adjust to these little cars here. Definitely not as comfortable for me as the higher horsepower V8s. But, a new challenge here. So, the guys in front of me are all top-notch drivers. So, I can't expect to, be fully competitive there. But we'll do everything we can here to get closer.
Well, it's been a lot of fun watching all of you guys, especially like you and Trevor and the guys that came that don't race with this group normally, and being able to perform the way you guys did. So we're going to let you go, get you some practice laps, get you prepped up and ready for pole shuffle, and we'll wish you good luck, buddy.
Thank you, sir. I look forward for a good night.
All right, we're going to move on. We're going to talk to one of the 2 most dominant drivers in the series. Brendan Rogers, this is old hat for you, sir.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. It's I feel like they say this stuff's like riding a bike, but it sure doesn't feel like it, man. I feel like I took a month off and don't know how to stand up on this thing. So I'm working through some of the rust, and it's one of those deals. Last night, crossed over Craig's nose, just trying something I probably shouldn't have, to be completely square about it, but. Took myself out of contention for last night, and somehow I squeaked into the King of the Hill, which I'll take it. It beats being in an LCQ all day. So not really sure what to expect here. We'll see if I think the 2 guys that are missing are the two guys in front of me. So, you know, we'll see kind of how that all shakes up. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely feeling better tonight than I did yesterday. So hopefully that proves itself true.
Yeah, and I guess those guys must be over at Indy Race Parts or something running non-wing. But Hannigan and Roy are the two guys not here. Really kind of teammates with you this last couple nights here. So, you know, your teammates giving you some free spots. What do you think about 55 laps here for the feature?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it adds certain dynamics that may or may not have been terribly prevalent last night and in prior races. So it's something to look out for. We'll see kind of what the track looks like throughout it. That's a whole lot of laps on this little racetrack. So we'll kind of just see how the track shapes up and, you know, where the racing lines are. It looked like last night, I mean, all the lines just were so equal. And all the guys are so close in pace. So we'll see. You know, it'll be interesting to see, and also as well with the yellows, right? I mean, if this thing gets spread out and then there's a late yellow, that obviously changes a lot. So just got to see. I mean, it's obviously anytime you make a game plan ahead of a race, you throw that thing out of the window at the drop of the green flag, because that's just not how racing works. So, you know, just got to stick to the principles that I think all of us have developed over the time span that we've been racing, and you know, we'll hopefully keep it clean and have another good race.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there in the pole shuffle. Give them hell. And remember, most of these guys are your teammates, so take it easy on them, okay?
Yeah, no promises, brother. Appreciate
All right, man. Let's move on to the alwaysraceday.com high points getter, Cody Parmley. Everybody has got to come up here and get you. You get to watch everybody go out and do the pole shuffle. What are your thoughts on being able to see all of that, and what are you going to be looking for with all these guys out there?
I'm just going to be watching for whoever has the fastest lap. What line is the fastest, pretty much. About it.
Well, you did everything you needed to. You got the late race pass, picked up the win. We're kind of used to seeing those kind of moves out of you over the last, I don't know, season, probably full season, really. And you kind of, you know, you'll go where everybody's not. So here tonight with 55 laps, are you going to start searching early, or are you just going to wait till whatever line you're on goes away and then try to figure out where everybody's going?
Well, depending on where I start, if I'm the leader, I'm probably just going to run my line until I get past. But if I end up in second or somewhere around there, I'm just going to follow and wait for whenever I feel comfortable to pass the leader. I don't know. We'll find out.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. You know, always keep all four tires down in the dirt, man. Hey, don't clip the inside wall tonight, okay?
Hey, I mean, it happens.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Our other two drivers actually have made it in. It looks like they're logging into the session right now. But Trevor Royer, let's jump in here with you. You're not really used to running with this group. You came in. You did a great job of scoring enough points to get into the King of the Hill pole shuffle. That's kind of a unique thing, too. You're going to have to go here. You get 2 laps. Your fastest lap against the other guy. You get to move on. If you're not the fastest lap, well, wherever you're at, that's where you're going to start. What do you think about a situation like that?
Yeah, I'm checking out the track now. Looks like it's got some wear, so I think you're going to really have to search around and figure out what the fast line is here. I normally say that I'm good on a slicker track, but after last night, I feel like I was kind of getting worse throughout the night. So we'll see what happens here. I think the setup's a little different, and just happy to be in this deal. Worst case scenario, I think I'm starting 6th here in the A. So actually, worst case, I'm starting 4th, I believe.
4th, yeah, 4th.
Yeah, 4th. Worst case scenario, I'm starting 4th. 55 laps. So we'll just see what happens.
All right, man. Mason Hannigan, I'm going to kind of ask you the same question. I know you were here for that. Not used to this kind of a situation where you got to shuffle for the pole, but you're going to be one of the last couple to go out. Are you going to spend time watching the other drivers and seeing what line looks good, or are you just going to go out there and put it on full send?
Yeah, I don't know. Just ripping off a couple laps here. You know, it's obviously a lot different from last night. So, you know, I think the format's definitely cool for sure. Doing it like Chili Bowl, and it's something that I don't think iRacing's seen in a while. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna check out the track here a little bit more and see where these guys are running lap times at. So I don't know who I'm going up against or anything like that. So we're just gonna put the pedal to the floor and let her eat.
Did you figure out a way to not give it away in the last 5 laps?
If I do find that out tonight, I'll be sure to let you know. The
You'll
odds
be
of
right
that
up here in the
happening
booth talking to me
are
directly
slim,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I might be in the fence. I might be on the ballpark. So yeah, if if I end up in the ballpark, you come interview me out there under the open red because there's going to be a huge red flag.
All right, man. Well, both of you go out there, represent DSSN and DRN to the fullest. Good luck to you. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to both of you at the end of the night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Roger.
Trevor Royer, Mason Hannigan, they are representing us tonight, and we are getting ready for the rollout. We are going to see Craig Silby and Vinny Sansone on track first. Their quickest laps, or whoever runs the quickest lap, and I'm going to have to dig and find these guys. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. Here we go. There's Craig, and there's Vinny. They're going to be rolling out. They'll spread them out. They'll put them about a half a track apart. And manually, they will call the green flag. We will watch them go around. I got to get a pen and a piece of paper so I can write all this down. Man, they're making this tough. So, first timed lap on the board for each driver right now. Sansone's 13:23. 13:04 for Silby. Second lap for Vinny Sansone. 13:04. 13:08 for Silby, or 13:08 for Sansone, and 13:04 for Silby. So Silby will move on. Sansone will start in 6th position tonight when we get to the A main. Craig Silby will be joined on the track by Brennan Rogers. And we got to keep Craig's numbers going here. There comes Brennan Rogers out on the track. Roger will exit the pits. He'll jump right on the throttle. Silby will pick up the throttle. We'll watch Brendan Rogers. Now, Silby's lap times from the previous challenge are 0. They are gone. He's got to start all over again. Lap 1 for Rogers. 13:22. Silby, 13:05. Brendan Rogers, lap 2 got to be better than 13:05, and it is not. It is a 13:12. So Brendan Rogers will start next to Vinny Sansone in 5th. We're going to move on the 90. We talked to him here late. Trevor Royer will be the next driver to roll out. Once again, Silby's times erased. Everybody's watching the 7 car. I guarantee you, you're going to see Hannigan and Parmley run the same line that Silby's been running. Trouble for Royer on lap 1. Silby is running about 3/4 of the way up the track in 1 and 2. And then he slides in the middle and goes out to the same spot. Royer 13:29. Silby 13:14. Second lap for Royer, 13 flat. And Silby 13:08. So Silby will start in the 4th position, and Trevor Royer will move on. He's going to face the 71H of Mason Hannigan in this next King of the Hill Challenge. And then whoever wins this one, well, Cody Parmalee is on your schedule next. So we'll watch Royer. And we'll keep an eye on Hannigan. Very unique situation for this pole challenge. We really like it. First lap for Royer, 13:48. Hannigan, 13:25. So better than 13:25. Royer's got to do better and hope that Hannigan doesn't do as well. 13:26. So Mason Hannigan at 13:16 will be moving on. Trevor Royer, you're going to start third tonight in the 55-lap A main, and then there were two. Mason Hannigan, Cody Parmalee. Okay, my time was off. It was 13:05 for Royer, so Hannigan will start third. And Cody Parmalee to the bottom. Royer coming around. Bangs the fence after a 14:64. That can't be right. He's got to be on his first lap. Parmalee, 12:80. 12:80. My goodness, he is flying. 13:27 for Royer. Second lap, 12:99, a little slower, and Royer across the line, 13 flat. So Trevor Royer will start second. And Cody Parmalee will have the pole for tonight's A main. The front three rows are set. See that King of the Hill qualifying. That man, that gives that guy that gets to go out last a gigantic advantage. He gets to see where everybody else ran their lines, and he gets to find the fastest line for him. So these guys are going to take a second. They're going to explain what's going to happen next. They have already set the field for this B main. These drivers are going to start off the points that they accumulated last night. It should be Billy Barros and David Krikorian on the front row, and then Josh Gerlach and Bo Brennan in row 2, Brochart and Spies in row 3, Boyd and Schaff in row 4, Yonke and Anelski in row 5, Paquette and Gebhard row 6, Penny and Vincent row 7, Wagoner and Cox row 8, Gaines and Fields, if Fields was here, in row number 9. I do know that Richie Gaines is here. I don't see any of the rest of those guys. So Fields, Cox, and Wagner will not be here, so we'll move Richie Gaines up beside Kurt Vincent back there. The points that they add to their point totals from last night will determine where they start from row 4 on back in the A main when we swap servers here shortly. Everything is about the points except for that King of the Hill pole shuffle you just watched right there. I am making some notes. I'm trying to write this all down the way that it should be. Okay, so we got that all taken care of. We're just waiting for them to advance and give us our race. Here we go. I think they're ready to move forward. They were waiting to make sure that we had everything in order that we needed. I already have the feature lineup for the front 3 rows, so we should be good to go. They have officially posted that, and they are ready to move on to the last chance qualifier. This is it. This will determine the remaining rows of this field. Let's get ready. Oh, we are way back. There we go. Now we'll move a little further forward. Now, if they roll off, we don't care. But it is the 38 of Barros and the 66 of Krikorian in row number 1. The 5 of Gerlach next to the 49 of Brandon in row 2. Brochart in the 93. Spiess in the 55. Making up a row number 3. Row 4. Garrett Boyd, the 21. And Jay Schaff in the 3. And then it's Bobby Yonke and Wayne Anelski. That's row 5. And row 6 is Jonathan Paquette and Mike Gebhard. And then it was Josh Cox and Richie Gaines, but it's going to be... It's not going to be that. It's going to be Matt Penny and Kurt Vincent and Richie Gaines. And Josh Cox is here, and we need to definitely get Josh Cox up here when we get ready to go to the second session. I hope he is. Oh, he is. Yes. We'll talk to Josh in between races. But LCQ, green flag in the air. We're underway. Barros quickly to the point. Gerlach to second. Krikorian sitting third. Brochart is fourth. Bo Brandon needing to make up some spots, pick up some points, get himself closer to the front. If he wants to be a Mini Nationals champion, we're not used to seeing him have to go through an LCQ like this. That was Jay Schaff right down against the inside fence. They're 3 wide and 1 and 2, back for about 5th place. Brandon was on top, Spiess in the middle, Schaff was on the bottom, Boyd is right behind that. He can go nowhere with the track completely covered in front of him. Backstretch into 3 and 4. Boyd's trying to work the top, and he may get around Schaff here. Get a spot. It's all Billy Barros out in front right now. They're almost 2 wide for 5 rows right behind that. You don't think this is important to these guys? This is the LCQ, and they're racing like they're racing for $1 million. Bouncing them off the fence, bouncing them off each other. That's back here at about 7th, 8th, and 9th. Wayne Anelski is right in the middle of that mix. Bobby Yonke working the top side, trying to get around Paquette, and it looks like he's going to do it. They're still 2 wide, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Bo Brandon has settled into the 6th spot, and he's the first single file behind all the 2 wide. Billy Barros is running away and hiding right now. He is out to a 1.5 second lead all by himself. The action is right here. Little tap right front to left rear. Brandon got into Krikorian just a touch. Schaff, Boyd still going at it up on the high side. Reed Brochart has escaped that 2 wide battle, and he moves himself into 2nd. Spiess to 3rd. Gerlach back to 4th. Krikorian now's got company because Garrett Boyd keeps showing him the right front up on the high side, so Krikorian goes up and covers that. That'll change things a little. Oh, Jay Schaff with a hard lick into the fence. 3 wide with Anelski and Brandon. Brandon was stuck in the middle, and I think he had to give way a little there, and it's going to cost him. We're going to be around here in a 5 to go. Wave lap coming up. Billy Barros, 1 3/4 seconds in front of Reed Brochart. Brochart has about 5 car lengths on Spiess. Gerlach, Krikorian, Boyd, Anelski, and Anelski's got company. Jay Schaff again, trying to run on the high side. Going to make it 2 wide down here in 3 and 4. Bo Brandon right behind that. Oh, Jay Schaff just cannot keep that right rear from dragging the fence up in 1 and 2. He's running just a touch too close. Going to cost him a spot as Anelski goes by. Bo Brandon's trying to run the bottom. Can he find a launch out of 2? Yes, he can. He's making it 3 wide. Almost went 2 for 1 right there. 2 to go. Inside of 2 to go, and it's still a 2nd and 3/4 out front. We're watching way back here at about 8th, 9th, 10th. Barros is out of 4. He's coming to the white flag. They were 4 wide momentarily. Now Boyd goes to the bottom, and Brandon was there, and it spins him around. It's Billy Barros winning the LCQ. He'll start inside row 4 next to Reed Brochart, Gerlach, Spies, Boyd, Anelski, Penny, Brandon, Gebhardt, Paquette through 11th, Vincent and Yonke 12 and 13, Gaines in 14th, Schapp back to 15th, Cox in 16th. That rounded out the field. So with points scored, they'll set the final field. They'll send us a copy of it. But I tell you what we're going to do while we get ready to go to the second session. I know these guys are going to clear the track, but we can still start here, and I will just move us along a little bit at a time. But I do want to grab this guy. Josh Cox, you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
All right, my man. Well, you know, it used to be you that I would cover this race for. And I think this was part of your 24-hour gaming marathon. And then you kind of passed the torch over to the guys at NetCode, and they have taken off and run with it pretty well. But I want you to tell us what we're all in here racing for, the charity, everything that's going on with that, and when you're going to do your 24-hour gaming session.
Yeah, well, first I do have to give serious credit to the guys at NetCode because this was actually a lot of their idea, kind of like you mentioned, and for years. So this is our 9th year doing the Extra Life Marathon, and I had several kind of different iterations of this event, some on game days, some not, over, I don't know, starting like year number 3, and then we did it for about 5 years, and then Josh came to me with this idea, and he has truly taken it and just run with it, so much so that I offered to help, but he puts on such a great event, there's no way I could top it. So I am more than happy to let him kind of run this thing every year and be a participant. But this is kind of part of our yearly campaign that we do as an Extra Life team for the Children's Hospital of Illinois. It is a big fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network as a whole, kind of nationwide, but our team specifically raises money for the hospital in Peoria, Illinois, and that's we do some events all year round, different kinds of things for fundraising, and then of course this being part of it. And then in just a couple weeks time, we will do our annual 24-hour game day on, I think it is November 16th this year, so a little bit later than usual, but we'll get together and we will play all sorts of games for 24 hours and raise a bunch of money for the Children's Hospital. Everyone can donate to our page, and then we will celebrate, like I said, our 9th year, and then look forward to hopefully a big year number 10 next year.
Well, tell everybody, if you guys do stream any of that, where they can go watch the streams. Also, tell everybody where they can go and donate to a fantastic cause. Every year I have done everything I can to help you guys out and to make sure that all the fees get waived and it goes to the charity. So I want to make sure other people are putting their heart and especially their wallet right in the same place that I am.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we do. We will have our stream up, all 24 hours of it. We'll be on our Facebook page, which you can find just by searching DJ3 Extra Life Team on Facebook. And that, like I say, will be up anytime we're playing a game, even a board game. We have different cameras. We have hijacked my best friend's basement over the years, and we have stuck cameras in about every place imaginable in that basement. And so anything we're up to for the whole 24 hours, even us trying to stay awake now in our late 30s at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you will see it all live. So that is on our Facebook page where you can find that. And then, of course, if you would like to donate, you'll find the links on our Facebook page, but more specifically, extra-life.org /participant/JC will take you to my page for our team. You can give there. We're looking to try to raise at least $1,000 on my side, and then of course the team goal is $10,000 total, which we will hopefully get over again this year.
Awesome, man. I know this all goes to a great cause. That's why we've gotten behind it with everybody, and I look forward to this particular event every single year. If there's anything else you want to share with us, do it now, because we are getting ready to bail out of here and head for the other service so we can get to that 55-lap A main tonight.
Yep, just a big thank you to you, to the guys at NetCode, to all the drivers here tonight. Without them, it's a great kickstart to my campaign every year, and so far this year we have raised $460 just from this event alone, which is so stinking cool. I just cannot thank them all enough. And like I said, thank NetCode, all the sponsors, all the prize people. Cannot do it without them, and really appreciate everything we put into it, and we'll have a great race.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on 7 years. Good luck with this year's final tally, and I will look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
That is Josh Cox. Now, it is time for us to swap servers, and that means that it's time for me to throw on a little music. You're going to watch that video for a few seconds while we do this. We will be back as quickly as we can. But sometimes old men have to go to the restroom, and that's the one thing that I have to do right now. So I'll be back shortly.
Girl, I love the way you look at me. And though I've seen it many times, when I hear you whispering, baby, please, well, it tears me up inside. And no other woman's ever done this before. You're all I need, and I want nothing more. I just want to be your man. Hold you close, as tight as I can. I wanna show you what you mean to me. I wanna make sure you understand that I just wanna be your man. I've been thinking about you all day long, and things I'd like to do. Now that you and me are all alone, I just can't wait to love on you. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say, is girl, you're beautiful in every way. I just wanna be your man. Hold you. Wake up in the morning about 12 p.m. Too much Jack and too much gin. My head's still pounding like a big bass drum. I reaching over for an accent, but they're already gone. Another crazy night in this cowboy's life. 'Cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, singing every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Now along this road, there's a lot I learned. I got, I worked hard to earn. I give it all up because I love my fans. But if you don't like me, well, I don't give a damn. It ain't hard to see why people want to live like me. It's cause I do what I want, I do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, sing it every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Roll into town, got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got moves like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt to drink. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star. So I guess that I'll just have to move along. You don't wanna break my heart, yet you still wanna go. And how I dread to hear the sound, the closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. Everything a man can do to keep you satisfied. The only thing I've got to show is gonna be a good goodbye. But I'm so sick and tired of your good old loving games. So when you're all alone, at least you won't have me to blame. You don't wanna break my heart and you still wanna go. How I dread to hear the sound of closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run. Said here's your chance to leave. Don't ever bother coming back my way. I'm tired of all those silly games you play. You won't find me hanging around here all along. And cause the second that you leave, I'm gonna be long gone. Hey! That's right. Don't come back. Whoa, you don't wanna break my heart and you still wanna go. How I dread to hear the sound, the closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. Here's your chance to leave. another Saturday, drinking through my salary. Half cigarette burning in the ashtray. It goes up in smoke like you and me. And not the thing that it used to be. I saw you out again, posting stories with your friend. Well, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that late night last call. It might have been the full moon shining in the night sky, and it might have been our song playing on the radio station when you turn it down. All those melodies were bringing back the memories of your kiss on my lips, told me why you missed me.
All right, we've made it into session number 2. We have no idea why our overlays don't want to connect, but for whatever reason in this particular session, they do not want to connect. We're going to keep trying throughout. We're just going to let these guys go. Maybe because they set this up as a tournament. We're not sure. We've run into this problem before with one of these servers, so not 100% positive why it won't connect like it's supposed to. But hopefully it will start to work itself out here if we keep refreshing it. And we know that we're set up to go, so we are going to tell race control to get ready. We have the starting lineup. Ooh. We wish that we could actually make this fit our screen right. That would be amazing. Maybe we can. There we go. Looks like now we're going to get some action in the overlays. We'll see if this works out. Gotta white the screen a little for just a moment. Okay, so we may have this working out right here. Let's just see what we've got. We're going to give you a funky image, and we're going to try to load something very quickly right here for you. We're good there. Now we get to find it. Yeah, here we go. Now we're going to have it. It's going to be on. Ooh, that got way too big, way too quick, huh? Sorry about that, guys. But we will get this set and ready to go. We'll get it locked down. That's what our starting lineup will be tonight, folks. It's going to be Parmalee and Royer in row 1, Hannigan and Sylvie in row 2, Rogers and Sansone in row 3. Then out of the LCQ, Barros and Gerlach, row number 4, Krikorian and Brochart, row 5, Spies and Brandon in row 6, Boyd and Anelski in row 7, Yankee and Schaff in row 8, Penny and Gephardt row 9, Paquette and Vincent row 10, and then the two guys that did not come to prelim night that are here tonight, they will start in that final row. So we'll come back to this when they get ready to roll off. Wanted to make sure we got it. We just got that graphic sent over. So we had to load it. Sorry you guys had to watch me do that. I'm glad we get to do it live. We didn't used to get to do it live. But it looks like somehow our overlays caught up to us, and everything looks like it fully loaded. So I'm very, very happy about that. We'll try not to shut it down again. if we don't have to. The warm-up session is going to run off just a little bit. We're going to notify everybody that they can get ready to advance. They will. Give the final instructions to the drivers, and they will throw them out here in their correct lineup. And we'll get 55 laps ready to go. NetCode ESports, SimRapMarket.com. Mini Nationals, presented by Victory Fuel, only has one more race remaining. We'll have a champion. Will it be a repeat? Can Craig Silby be the first repeat champion? If he is not, we will definitely be crowning a new Mini Nationals champion. Parmley, Brannon, Hannigan, Rogers, Royer, anybody, a Schaff can come up here and get it too. There's a lot of guys that are in these points that have been here both nights. That's a defending 2024 C season champion right there. That's Bo Brannon. He's going to start fairly deep in this thing. There's a driver that led until 5 to go last night, or maybe less than that. Maybe it was 4 to go. And in his interview said he's figured out just about every possible way there is to lose a race late in the going. Cody Parmley. Josh Gerlach, what can we do for you, my man?
How we doing, Roger?
We're doing good. How are you? You ready to get this thing going?
Yeah, well, I think we're got the track just about where we need it to be. Just wanted to chit-chat with you, thank a few people before we get going, and get this 55-lapper rolling.
Well, go right ahead. Everybody's watching. You got a pretty good audience tonight.
Love to hear it. Thank you to everybody that's watching at home. Appreciate you guys tuning in on a Thursday night. And I first off just want to thank everybody that signed up to run this event. Here at NetCode ESports, we enjoy putting on this now third annual SimRap Market Mini Nationals presented by Victory Fuel. Also could not do this without those guys. But we're raising money for the Extra Life charity and specifically the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. This one is out of Illinois. I think you probably heard from Josh Cox earlier talking about that. And if you're interested in donating to that, you can go to dj3.netcodeesports.com. We've raised the most money we've ever done in this event, and we take some pride in that because we really like to give to charitable causes like that. In addition to those guys that SimRap Market and also Victory Fuel, also want to thank Always Race Day, Kurt Vincent Racing, Cade Higday Racing, L2 Motorsports, Methanol Moonshine, and NetCode Brand for putting up various prizes and some goodies for the guys that signed up to race this. We're not racing for any money or anything like that, since we're trying to raise money for kids, and we ended up getting close to 20 different kind of door prizes. So nearly every driver that participated in this event is going to go home with something. So pretty cool that we're able to do that. And Roger, Mr. Keith Coons here, you put about half the field into this thing too. Want to thank you for always supporting us and putting us out on the interwebs. You do a lot for the iRacing dirt community, and don't want that to go unnoticed as well. Couldn't do it without everybody. And like I said before, I'm really excited to get this going and put on a good show for you guys at home.
Well, we love covering the series on a weekly basis. It's always very competitive and a lot of fun to watch. All of the drivers have been very gracious. Good interviews. They're all here to support a good cause. And you know what? I think I've said this every year that we've done it. There's something with the kids and the soft spot that I have. If I can in any way, I'm going to give every time. I don't really care what it is. Yeah, we brought a bunch of cars and put them in. I'm chuckling every time you call me Keith Coons, just because I get frustrated with him at the Chili Bowl every year because, he's got half the cars entered in it. And then I turned around and I just wanted to see good competitive racing. I wanted some guys to come in here and meet you guys, race with you guys, have a chance to, see what it is that you do and the kind of show that you run, and maybe get some more, top quality drivers to come and run in your regular weekly series. And to the man, every one of them has enjoyed the racing. They thought it was awesome. I think the charity's great. I think this whole event is awesome, and I'm going to support it every chance I get. So thanks for letting us be a part of it, man. Go get these guys started so we can get 55 laps going here and see who is going to come out with the third annual Mini Nationals title.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Last but not least, if you guys are interested, if you're iRacers at home and you want some fixed setup dirt midget racing, we do this every Thursday, double headers. You go to netcodeesports.com, get signed up. Our newest season kicks off next week, so hopefully we see some of you guys sign up and race with us. We've got a hell of a field tonight. You guys got a preview of what is to come here in this 55 lapper last night. And yeah, Roger, I'll let you take it away.
Well, what do we got here? Real quick before you go, we got a half a dozen or more season champions, multi-time champions, many of them. 4 or 5 Ironman champions, right?
Oh man, I'd have to go down the list, but shoot, we have probably 5 or 6 different champions throughout. We've only had one repeat champion in our Mighty Midget series, and that was Craig Silby.
Yeah.
And he just recently did that. Otherwise, we've been running since 2022 and haven't had a repeat winner. So if you like competitive racing, I think that speaks for itself there.
Yeah, 4 seasons per year. The Ironman covers all across all 4 seasons. Each season has its own individual champion, and with you being a Ironman champion, and it looks like Bo Brandon's going to be an Ironman champion. He just got a season championship. Silby's got 2. And he's got a chance to be the very
Mr. Brandon.
He's got the very first Mini Nationals championship underneath his belt, so he could be the first repeat for the Mini Nationals. Otherwise, we're crowned new champion because Mason Coffey's not here.
That's right, and we saw Craig go on a little bit of a run there in the King of the Hill. So yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah, a long race, and he's one of those guys that usually kind of hangs around and waits, and he's there at the end. So this could be exciting. Maybe we'll see something with like we saw last night, and it'll be 3, 4, 5 guys instead of just 2 battling it out.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I can put my bad stat to rest in this event, and I'll hopefully talk to you after the race is over.
All right, man. Well, go put your helmet on, and let's get these boys going and give the fans what they came to see.
Sounds good, Roger. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. That is Josh Gerlach. He is the main admin for the Mighty Midget Series, and he is one of the nicest guys that I know, honestly. And they get a lot of support from a lot of places, and we're happy to be part of that. So let's get ready. I am going to throw this up one more time. This is what our lineup looks like. Parmalee in the 16 has the pole. Trevor Roran is outside after knockout qualifying. Mason Hannigan finished second closely to Parmalee last night. I mean, it was like half a car. He starts a row 2 to the inside next to the defending, or not the defending, but a defending champion of this race in the 7, Kiwi Conqueror Craig Silby. Brendan Rogers in the 20. Well, he starts row number 3 to the inside. He's been a dominating force in the Mighty Midget Series for a while now. Next to Vinny Sansone in the 80. Billy Barros, the 38. Josh Gerlach in the 5. Row 4, 66 of Krikorian. 93 of Rochart. Making up a row 5. Row 6 is Steven Spies in the 55. The 49 of Bo Brandon. Defending season champion right now for the Mighty Midget Series. Right there outside row number 6. 21 of Garrett Boyd inside of row number 7. He has Wayne Anelski in the 13 on his outside. You'll see Bobby Yonke in the 28 car in that 8th row to the inside next to the 3 of Jay Schaff. Better keep an eye on that guy. He'll come forward quickly. Matt Penny, the 35. He starts row 9 inside next to the 81 of Mike Gebhardt. And then Jonathan Paquette in the other 55 car. He'll start in row 10 next to the 19 of Kurt Vincent. In our final row, the 11 of Richie Gaines and the 6 of Josh Cox. That makes up our 22-car field. They got 55 circuits. They'll get to the points pretty quick. We'll know the champion. I'm pretty sure the champion's going to be who wins this because everybody's pretty tight. So, Parmalee, Royer, Hannigan, Silby, Rogers, and Sansone. All 6 of those cars are part of what Josh and I were talking about, the Keys Coons thing. Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, put all those guys in here. And obviously we chose good drivers. So we'll see where they come out at the end. But it is time to kick the tires and light the fire. Off we go, 55 laps. SimWrapMarket.com Mighty Midget Series presented by Victory Fuel. Lap 1 in the books, and Parmalee from the pole out front. These guys may be hard-pressed to catch him all night long. Royer and Hannigan side by side. Here comes Silby threading the needle, makes it 3 wide. Did not get past either one yet. He does get around Hannigan. Royer putting up a fight on the top side. Hannigan still fourth. It is a madhouse behind that. They are 3 and 4 wide. It looks like Krikorian on the very bottom. Gerlach's in the middle. He's also got Barros right there. Vinny Sansone hanging on in the 5th spot. Brendan Rogers down on the bottom trying to take the spot away from Sansone. Going to move himself into the top 5 right here. You're going to see these guys move all over the place. Up, down. Just trying to find a line that sits and suits. Somebody nicked the fence. Was it Boyd? It might have been Garrett Boyd nicked the fence. He got pushed a little out of line right there on the entry. Had to really get in the binders to keep that car from smacking the outside wall. Running back in 8th. That is the last of the Digital Sim Sports Network drivers right there. He's right behind Matt Penny. Go back towards the front. Silby has gotten himself up to 2nd. Hannigan still hanging on to 3rd. All of this 3/4 of a second behind the leader. And Parmalee looks like he is just on another Sunday drive out here. He's right through the middle. Not letting the car get too far out, not keeping it too pinched down. I think he wants the bottom to stay there so that if he has to go on a run, he can go to the bottom. He loves to run right against the inside at every track we go to. We're watching Trevor Royer right now. He's trying to get past his teammate, Hannigan. Actually, that's Sansone. Hannigan's right in front of him, so Hannigan, Sansone, and Royer right there, and they are running 3, 4, and 5. Brendan Rogers in 6th, and Rogers is going to save tires. I know what he's going to do. He is going to sit back here. He's going to try to keep pace. Wants to run a certain speed, a certain lap time. Keep the tires on the car, and with about 15 to go, he'll make a charge and make a run to the front. 11 laps in the books. 20% of the way through it. We're getting spread out all the way around this track. Get a look. Billy Barros, Brendan Rogers, former series champions for the Mighty Midgets, both. And they're battling back here. 6th and 7th. Silby is not reeling in our leader. And he may be saving some tires too. He's getting some pressure from Mason Hannigan. Silby got himself into the position he kind of wants to be in, and he may be sitting back a little, trying to play some possum. Hannigan through in the middle, goes to the top. Sansone staying way out wide. Royer following in his tracks. And now Billy Barros has dispatched Brendan Rogers, and he's making a run at Trevor Royer. Rogers 7th, Gerlach is 8th, and Gerlach got a run out of 2 and had to check up. I thought he might try to just jump to the outside. I know Rogers is saving tires, but he can't sit that far back. He's going to have to bank on a caution. He is almost 4 seconds in back of the leader. Reed Brochart, 9th place right there in that group as well, and then Steven Spies. Bo Brandon is right behind that. Now, we're used to seeing Bo Brandon go to the bottom and come to the front. He hasn't done that yet. Kind of just been hanging around there, 10th and 11th. Hannigan and Silby are going at it again, and right now Hannigan's got the best of it. He takes the spot back, moves himself to 2nd around the outside of Craig Silby. Vinny Sansone trying to reel in the Kiwi Conqueror as well. Cody Parmalee at the stripe. Let's see. Almost in the same set of corners with the 21st place car, Richie Gaines. So we'll be in lap traffic probably right around halfway. Caution for the first time. That'll change everything. Oh no, 93 car. Reed Brochart. What happened to Reed? He's behind Rogers, beside Spies. Oh, got out there and touched Steven Spies. And everybody's going to miss him. So he just got the car turned around in traffic. That'll slow us down for the first time. We put 21 laps in the books, and Cody Parmley about 2 seconds out in front. He was running away with this thing. He was running a great line. Now the track will change a little. They'll drive across some of the marbles and squish them down, and that line will change. It'll move. They may have to go to the inside wall. They may have to go all the way to the outside wall, but one of the lines that everybody was running is probably going to go away because everybody's going to pace across it. So we'll let them cycle through, and we'll set the field back. Parmley, Hannigan, Silby, Sansone, Royer, Barros, Rogers, Gerlach, Spies, and Brandon are the top 10. Then it's Yonke, Schaff, Penny, Boyd, Paquette, Anelski, Krikorian, Gebhardt, Vincent, Gaines, and Brochart. As we go back to green quickly, slider line, modified slider line for Parmley on lap number 1. And he's already jumped out 4/10. Down around the inside, Trevor Royer trying to make headway. Here comes Brendan Rogers. Rogers probably figures it's time he's got to go. We went almost halfway with no caution. We may do that again, and he's going to have to get some ground caught up and not let Cody Parmley get so far away. Royer still battling to try to get back in the top 5. Barros is running the high line. He's able to use the momentum and squirt away by about 5 car lengths. Hannigan's lost about 2/10 since the restart. He may be kind of saving a little bit. He's running that big slider line in 1 and 2, taking the car right to the fence. And then 3 and 4, he's just staying up there, trying to find some cushion to run on. Caution once again. This time it looks like the 35, maybe, of Matt Penny. Ooh, that was a terrible blink. Oh, and then he's in the fence. I think he was gone, and maybe Gerlach didn't know he was gone. So with that big blink, that's the dangers of internet racing. If you have a connection issue, people don't know where you are. When you come back, you could be inside somebody's car, you could be on top of it. That's just kind of part of it. So we're creeping in on halfway, a couple of laps short, and we're on caution number 2. We went the first 21 laps with no cautions. Ran a couple, 3 or 4 laps, and now we're back to a caution. The lights are off on the pace truck. We'll get back to it. Parmley, Hannigan, Silby, Sansone, Barros, and Royer are still the top 5. Top 6, excuse me. Rogers is right there. He's in 7th. Spies, Yonke, and Brandon. Nothing changed.
Green, green, green.
As we go back to green. You can see Silby got a challenge. Sansone went right to the inside, and Silby had to move up the hill. We're watching for the lead here because Hannigan is trying to make a run at Parmley right now. Through 3 and 4. Quarter second that time. We'll go back. Royer and Barros are going at it. Now Royer's got it. Now Royer's going after Sansone, and Rogers is going after Barros. Slider from Royer. Easy cut across from Sansone. Now Royer takes the spot. Move him to 4th. Sansone and Barros. Rogers is down on the very bottom. Decided to take the 20 car to the inside line, see what he can do. Here comes Bo Brandon with a big slider. He and Jay Schaff, 9th and 10th, starting to battle and trying to come forward. Gap widening at the front. Cody Parmley now out to 7/10 of a second. Hannigan, Silby, 2 and 3. Royer, Sansone, 4, 5. Barros, 6. Spies and Rogers now. Steven Spies made a bigger run through 1 and 2. Got up alongside Brendan Rogers. The laps are ticking off pretty quick. Jay Schaff with a big run into one. Cuts down. Goes by Bo Brandon. Brandon will come right back at him. And caution once again. Wayne Anelski in that 13 car. Oh, he and Garrett Boyd get together. Boyd actually wrecked first. Yeah, Garrett Boyd is the one that actually wrecked first. So let's go find Boyd's car and watch him and see what happens to him. Oh, slider line got a little aggressive and the car just didn't settle back. That's what happened. So caution 3 with 20 to go. Still, Parmalee, Hannigan, Silby, Royer, Sansone are the top 5. Barros and Rogers 6 and 7. Spieth, Schaff, and Brandon through 10. Yankee, Gerlach, Boyd, Paquette, Krikorian, Brochart, Vincent, Gebhardt, Anelski, and Gaines. Matt Penny. Josh Cox is back on track. He's numerous laps down, but he is way at the back. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Pace truck's out of the way. Cody Parmalee back on the throttle with 20 laps to go. Oh, Trevor Royer got a run on Silby. Silby slid up the hill and kind of covered the spot, and I think Royer gave him a big push heading down the backstretch. Now Silby goes slider on Hannigan, and he'll get second back momentarily, but he's going to have 3 cars behind him coming at him. As Hannigan goes back by, now Royer is trying to figure out which way he's going to go. And he tried to follow Hannigan and had to lift off the throttle. Sansone is right behind that. Brendan Rogers is in tow, and that time Silby overcooked it. Here comes a big wreck. Caution, caution, caution. And we got to see that one live. We'll go down here and see if we can get a little closer look. So they get down here to 3 and 4, and that's where I think Silby got a little sideways and maybe, oh, he got tapped. Broke his momentum, and then Royer got in there. So did Sansone. And Trevor Royer's the driver that's going to pay the price for that because he's the driver that got turned around backwards, and he'll have to go restart tail end Charlie. So a little yellow fever here after we made the first 21 laps. And we made about 13 or 14 more, and we've had 4 cautions in that short span. Parmalee, Hannigan, Silby, Sansone, Rogers, Barros, Spieth, Schaff, and Brannon. Then Yankee, Gerlach, Boyd, Paquette, Krikorian, Brochart, Vincent, Gebhardt, Anelski, and Royer. Perry's back on track 8 laps down, and Cox is out there, and he's about 15 laps down. 21st and 22nd. Having all 22 cars running at the end of it is would be very impressive. I don't believe that's happened in the first 2 mini nationals. So Mason Hannigan got a good start with Cody Parmalee right there. Boy, it looked like they were hooked together. And Hannigan going to try to make a late race run at this. Slides it in, comes up the hill. These two have broken away from the battle between Sansone and Silby, and Sansone has the top. Silby with the slider took him all the way to the fence. Sansone in low. Silby slider line comes out high. Now he'll have a little breathing room. But who doesn't have breathing room? Well, the 16, Cody Parmalee, has no breathing room as Mason Hannigan's going to go long, low slider, trying to grab the lead away, and he's as close as anybody's been all night long. About 2 car lengths. Up the hill and out of 2. Parmalee keeps it pretty square coming out of the bottom side. He'll grab the lead back by about 1.5 cars. Getting down to it, Silby's got that 3rd spot, and Brendan Rogers is working on Vinny Sansone. He takes 4th away. Sansone back to 5th, right in front of Steven Spieth, Jay Schaff, Bo Brannon. Slider line in 1 and 2 for both drivers this time. Hannigan's going to stay wide in 3 and 4. He got a good run out of turn number 4. Mason Hannigan. Trying to redeem himself from last light. He was leading. And with about 4 to go, Parmalee came, worked around him on the bottom side. Took the lead and took the win. Hannigan trying to repay it off of the top side this time, and now Parmalee knows the bottom, where he's going to have to go. Back to the bottom in 1 and 2. Big launch out of the corner. Man, you can see how hard that car is launching. Wayne Anelski and Matt Perry. This may not be pretty. Well, Matt Perry blinking again, so we're going to have to go to Anelski's car. Trevor Royer right in front. He and Gebhardt touch. Anelski gets into the back of him, and that collects Matt Penny, excuse me. A little light tumbling right there. I think everybody's able to continue, so we'll slow things down. We'll get a restart with 7 laps to go. And Hannigan was as close as anybody has been all night long. And now he's going to have to try to time that restart again. And this time he's going to have to probably go for it. Silby's still 3rd. Roger has worked his way up to 4th. Sansone is 5th. Schaff, Spieth, Barros, Brandon, Yonke. Then Boyd, Krikorian, Brochart, Gerlach, Paquette, Gebhardt, Vincent, Royer still 18th. Anelski, Gaines. He'll fall out of that top 20 here momentarily as we go back to green flag racing with 7 laps to go. Watching our leaders. Parmalee, Hannigan, Silby throwing the slider. Didn't quite get it there. Left the door open. Hannigan squirts back by. Now he throws it down in 1 and 2. This time Hannigan had to really roll off the gas. He goes in low, big slider. Hannigan did not allow Silby to close him off. Jay Schaff is backwards. No caution. Everybody got him going. We were at the wave lap that time. Parmalee has got 1.2 seconds. This battle for second is surely not over. And caution as Bobby Yonke has an issue. And we'll go see what happened to the 28 car. Oh, yep, got up there and right front, got the left rear, Jay Schaff. Oh, and he was going to just save that, I think. And he got enough help that he got it back on its wheels. So it was getting interesting at the front. Silby and Hannigan were going at it for second. Meanwhile, Parmalee was out to about 1.2 seconds. And now he's going to have the Kiwi Conqueror in front of the Little Hurricane. Brennan Rogers is right behind that, and Vinny Sansone, that 4 cars behind him. And with 4 to go, he just got ascended, I think. Parmalee's going to have to guard every line, or he's going to have to be perfect with whatever line he chooses just to stay out front. Restart coming here. 4 laps remaining. Parmalee's got it. Silby went for the slider line in 1 and 2. A little too much fence. That opens the door quite a bit. Silby's going slider all the way around. Hannigan, oh, I thought he was going to go for it on the top side. He had a sliver of space. I thought he was going to send it. Brennan Rogers is coming late. Silby is going from the outside to the inside to get into these corners, covering the line, and we're going to have cautions. So we're going to have an overtime as, again, the 28 car has a problem. This time he and Krikorian. No, that's not it. That is not who had the problem. I think this one's Matt Penny. I think we picked the wrong red line. Gets down there, gets alongside Anelski, and Anelski just shut the door late. And there was just enough behind him to trigger it. If that other car gets by him before he gets around, I don't think we get that caution. So we're going to have a restart and a 2-lap shootout to wrap up the 3rd annual Mini Nationals. A ton of very good, very competitive racing. Bo Brandon is up here in 5th, late in the going in this thing. Worked his way towards the front and now is in this top 5. Barros is right there as well. On the restart. Good start for Parmalee. He needed that. Just 2 laps to go. Here comes Hannigan. Hannigan coming out of 2. He's going to stay to the outside. He didn't have enough run. Parmalee gets to the white flag first. Caution, and we'll do it again. No, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. If you're a Bo Brandon fan, you may not want to watch. Nicks the fence, goes around. Nobody hit him, but he nicked the fence on the bottom. As many times as I've seen the driver of the 49 do that, he Bo Brandoned it. And that's unfortunate because he had made a heck of a run to get up through that field. He started 12th, and he was in the top 5 with a couple of laps to go. So we'll do green-white checker again. There's single file. We'll see if Craig Silby gets a little better start. He did not get a good start last time, and I thought that was pretty much going to put the nail in the coffin. A little bit better start. He's a little closer this time. Parmalee through 1 and 2 has it. Hannigan with a big run out of 2. He's going to cut to the inside. Silby covered the bottom. White flag in the air. No, Mason Hannigan's around. We may get a caution. We will not. Oh, this time Silby and Brendan Rogers get together late. That's going to shake things up. Parmalee wins it. Barrow second. Rogers is going to come home third. That was a crazy finish. Yeah, that was kind of a crazy finish. We'll get our top 3. Billy Barros is in there. And we'll wait for Cody Parmalee. But let's grab Brendan Rogers. 3rd place in this, and there comes Cody already. So let's grab Brendan. Brendan Rogers, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Interesting finish there. You're going to come home with 3rd place in this thing, and I know you and Craig got together there. Tell us what happened on that last lap.
Yeah, well, being dead sideways on the straightaway doesn't always work out, I guess. So, you'll have that. But, try to save my tires early on and just kind of roll the bottom. And, I thought I had a good enough car under me to do some. There's just a lot of yellows and just couldn't really get enough laps at the end to put anything together to chase Cody down. I think if I got to, 2nd place earlier, I probably could have done something there. I think I had a line that was a bit different than him and could have tried something, but, that's how it goes. And at the end of those deals, it's pretty scrappy. So, we'll take what we can get on that one.
Yeah, it looked like, everybody was fighting for positions. And I had kind of told the fans, I figured you were saving some tires. With a 2-lap shootout, really, you kind of got to lock it into full send mode at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped saving with kind of didn't have a choice with about 20 to go, so pulled off the bottom. And at that point, most of the guys in front of me had been ripping the top for most of the race. I think Cody saved a bit where he could. Props to him for being able to do that. I think realistically, I probably had the best tires at the end there. And like I said, man, when you save, you need a late yellow, and then you need it to go green for the rest of the time. So just didn't pan out in my favor. But there's really nothing else I could have done. If I cooked my tires early, trying to stay near the front, I probably wouldn't have finished much better than I did anyway. So, but yeah, can't thank you enough for broadcasting this thing, obviously, but getting me in the show and sponsoring me for the regular season for NetCode Mighty Midgets, and of course, Indie Esports. Those boys always help me out, being a good group of guys to race with. Red Driver, Josh, DJ3. Shout out to those guys. I hope we got a good chunk of money for the charity tonight. I know that means a whole lot to quite a lot of people. So the more the merrier. Hopefully next year we can double the car count and go even bigger than ever.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a really good Mini Nats, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the 2024 D season here starting next Thursday night.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you.
Brandon Rogers finishing in third. And now we'll move on to the beneficiary of all the late race shenanigans. And Billy Barros, I don't know what you saw out of the front of that 38 car, but it looked pretty exciting from up here.
I saw cars flying, Roger. How was that from your end?
We saw a lot of drivers flying all night long, and I don't mean like off the ground. They were moving out there, and 3, 4, and sometimes even 5 wide. And you were kind of in the middle of some of that, some white knuckle racing for this event, which is what we should expect.
Yeah, those were some of the best battles I've ever had, not just for this event and series, but in racing in general. Man, that was so much fun. So many good lines. It seemed like everything was working for somebody somewhere.
Yeah, just 55 laps, and we go the first 20, 21 laps. We don't get a caution, and we kind of got into caution fest there at the end. As a driver, it's got to be just a little frustrating because you really can't get a rhythm. But when you get 2 to go, what was your mindset those last couple laps on that last restart?
Just keep it clean. I mean, like you said, it was so hard to get into a rhythm, and every time I felt like I could get a run on somebody in front of me, the caution would come out. So, I mean, we had that last green-white checkered, and not to say that I was wishing for people to crash out in front of me, but man, that's everybody's dream when the field just disappears in front of you and opens the door to a podium. So I'm not complaining about that in the slightest.
Free spots are spots, nonetheless, man. A great event, a great mini nationals. You're going to come home second in this one spot short. You got to wait a whole nother year to try to come back and claim the championship. What are you going to do between now and then to prep for that?
I'm going to keep putting in some work before then, Roger. I'm going to try to do something about it this next season and early next year, and just keep getting this practice laps in. It's so much fun to race here. I wouldn't trade this for the world.
All right, man. Shout them all out, and then we'll let you go down there and do your admin duties, buddy.
Absolutely. First, congratulations again to Cody. I mean, what a show both nights, man. He's been unstoppable. And thank you, Roger, for putting the show on as always. So absolutely love what you do and appreciate you. Thanks to Josh and Robert for putting the league together. They've made it such a great place to race. And a big thanks to Josh Cox and the whole DJ3 Extra Life team. What they do is so awesome, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it.
All right, man. Congrats on a great Mini Nationals, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the 2024 D season starting next Thursday night.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Billy Morrow, second at the Mini Nationals, and now this guy just win. He's come into the series and made himself a dominant factor, and he's going to pick up his first NetCode ESports, SimRapMarket.com Mini Nationals. Cody Parmley, you made it look pretty easy tonight, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, the first part of the race, I was okay because I was maybe a second ahead, but once Mason got to second, I was lost. I was searching. I mean, I couldn't run the line he was running to save my life. But once he was on the outside of me, I had to do something, and that was either take his line away or run some crazy line. But I mean, yeah, he's fast, dude. I mean, I don't know how I was able to hold off him.
Well, it looked like the track went through a lot of changes. We saw you running kind of a modified slider line, and then we saw you go to the bottom. We know you love the bottom. What pulled you up off of that?
I was playing mind games with everyone. I mean, make them think I run the bottom just every time. But I can run different lines here and there. I mean, I knew the bottom from the start was kind of gone, so I wanted to run the top as much as I could before someone was to pass me, because I don't think anyone can run the bottom as good as what the track state was to be able to pass for the lead. But I was just trying to run the fast line, the line that I knew had the most grip, so no one could get around me. But I mean, we did it.
Well, you come up just one spot short in the 2024 C season for the championship. You pick up the mini nationals. Are we going to see you back for the 2024 D season and go for that title?
I don't know. I mean, right now I'm kind of broke. I just bought a truck, so I don't got no money no more. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, we may have to talk about that and see what we can work out there. But an awesome race, an awesome 2 nights of racing. You win the feature in the last couple of laps last night. Tonight, pretty much a domination of the entire field. What's your feeling about picking up your first mini nationals title?
I don't know. I mean, feels good. I mean, to me, it's just a normal race. I mean, with a lot more fast guys, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, 55 laps is a long time. I'm surprised I did it.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I will let you go celebrate like a champion should.
I want to thank you for streaming, of course. It's always fun to watch the replays. Everyone at NetCode for putting the race on. I mean, the clean racing is always fun, but yeah, I mean, I had a blast. I mean, I'm sure the people watching had fun watching, but yeah.
All right, man. Well, congrats on winning this title. I'll send you a message here about the other deal, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. Look for it here on Discord. But thanks for chatting with me, man, and let's see you back on the track real soon, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that is your champion, Cody Parmley. I am going to grab. Oh, he moved on me. Oh, my goodness. There he goes. I tried to grab this guy, and he moved around or something happened, and I couldn't get a hold of him. Josh Gerlach, you there, buddy?
I am, Roger. What's up?
All right, man. Another mini nationals in the book. Cody Parmley made it look pretty easy tonight, but you had one of the best fields I can recall in any big event in a while, and definitely the best field for the mini nationals so far. Some final thoughts before we get out of here.
That Cody Parmley guy's pretty good, huh? Yeah, he's won 4 straight with us, going back to the end of the 24C season, and congratulations to him. Yeah, I wasn't surprised when I saw the 16 at the top of the board there. He's just a straight up gasser. So big congratulations to him, and I just want to thank everybody again for supporting this event. It was a great field. This is the first time I think I may have mentioned before that we've had a full field of 22 for this too. Got a little hairy there at the end, but guys start getting a little antsy going for every position, and stuff happens. But hopefully it was a good show for all you guys, and you enjoyed that.
Yeah, like I said, one of the biggest and definitely one of the best fields that you've had for this thing, and
no doubt.
You start bringing all the top guns together. It kind of started to show because you look at the names that were up there, most of this, and at the end I know some guys kind of tripped up or got tripped up, but you look at the names that were in there and where they were running pretty much the entire race, and as they say, the cream always rises. You had the best of the best in the top 10 all night long.
Yeah, I was up there for a little bit, but then a couple boneheaded moves and just some things not going my way. I didn't get to see much of it after the halfway point, but yeah, looking at the results, I did see that there was some contact and some stuff happening there. Hopefully, going back and watching it, we didn't have any malicious stuff because we don't tolerate that kind of thing. But we had one of our Ironman champions, one of our Mighty Midget champions finishing second. Had a great field, top 10. I'd put him up against pretty much anybody out there that is racing these midgets. It's cool that we were able to bring together, like you said, the top talent. A lot of it was with your help. Can't thank people like Brennan as well. I know he helped bring in some guys too. The streak continued for me, unfortunately, Roger. I tipped her over on the last lap, but we'll move past that. This was all for a great cause. I can't be too upset. We raised almost $500 for Extra Life, and that's all that matters tonight.
Yeah, that's the big thing, the main goal. Everybody wins on that deal just for racing that much money. But, I wasn't going to bring up the whole, third straight DNF. But since you did, you're going to have to practice a little or something, man. And next year, you can't have another DNF in this thing.
Well, I mean, I made my fair share of mistakes tonight. I don't think that was quite on me that led to this one. But, stuff happens. I've been in the same spot with some accidental contact before. So, stuff happens on the racetrack. It's not a big deal.
Well, we're going to get your live reaction right here, man. Cody Parmalee was talking about possibly not being able to run next season. And somebody looked at the checkbook at DSSN and said, yeah, we might have to change that a little bit. What do you think about that?
Keith Coons is bringing out the checkbook again. All right.
Oh, I am never going to live that down. I know I'm not. At some point, there's going to be a meme somewhere about this. It's going to be horrible, and I'm going to be mortified.
Yeah. I hope Cody can run. I know that we kind of are unfortunately up against a couple midget leagues on Thursday nights, but hopefully he can make it back. I know we've kind of staggered pretty close to enough to be able to run both nights that a lot of these guys will run. We want the best of the best. Sometimes you get your butt kicked, and that's how you get better. Guys like Cody and Brennan have been the class of the field, for a lot of this year in our Mighty Midget season. But you don't get any better if you don't race with really good competition, and we have that in other guys as well. Don't mean that to disparage anybody else. But like I said before, I'd put Cody and Brennan up against anybody in iRacing. They win all these races for a reason. They don't just luck into them.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you letting us be a part of this. It's always fun, and like I said, the kids have a soft spot in my heart. No matter what, if I can do something for one of the charities, I'm definitely going to do it. And this has been our favorite one to do every year. So, plus we get to see some pretty awesome racing. I don't think we've had a bad mini nationals yet. And tonight, stacked up with a full field, I thought we'd have more cautions. We didn't. It was great. Everybody kind of minded their P's and Q's. We had a bunch of selfies really kind of in the middle there that kind of started things. Guys maybe losing the back end of the car on the slick track, and then, other guys not having a choice but to pile in there. I think the only contact that we saw that was, car to car that was bad was there on that last lap. And really those guys pretty much all ended up finishing the race anyway. Just unfortunate some of them lost a couple of positions. So I think every year this thing's getting better and better. Just need to keep going onward and upward. And I'm going to ask you before we jump off, Chili Bowl.
Well, Keith, Roger, we'll see what we can do to get the Chili Bowl rolling. I think you may have twisted my arm enough to get 30 more cars for you in the field, and maybe get something first, second quarter of next year. We've kind of kicked the tires here at NetCode ESports about doing something. So keep your eyes on our page. Follow us at NetCode ESports on Facebook, Dirt Racing Network on Facebook as well. And we'll probably have something here, I would imagine, within the next little bit on that. And just one last time, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank SimRap Market again for being the title sponsor of the Mini Nationals 3 years running. Go to simrapmarket.com. If you need any graphic resources for your iRacing paints and even some replay files, they have a lot of textures as well. There's not a better place to get graphic resources for this stuff. And then Victory Fuel for being the presenting sponsor for this year's event too. Kevin and Jordan are awesome. And if you want to go to drinkvictory.com, you can use the code NetCode and save 10% off your order. Victory or Passion, I can't even, my brain scrambled from my Rex. All the Victory Fuel's great. Support them. Support Roger Wagner and the Dirt Racing Network, and come race with the best at NetCode ESports, netcodeesports.com.
Yep, and over at simrapmarket.com, Dirt Racing Network, and that gets you discount at checkout. So make sure you go over there and use that as well. I don't know if they have one for you guys or not, but they definitely have one for us. So we'll do that. Well, man, I appreciate it. It's always fun. I can't wait to get the next season started and see who we crown as the D champion and as the Iron Man.
Right. Hopefully I can chase down Bo. It's going to be a tall task, but I'm going to give her hell.
I think he's going to have to miss about 8 races for you to do that.
I think he is going to miss a few, but I don't think he's probably going to miss enough, and I don't want to win it that way. I'd rather beat him on the track. But yeah, I got Billy last year by a point. I'll take another 1-point victory again.
Doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there, buddy. Well, thanks for chatting with us, man. Congrats on another great event. I will look forward to seeing you next Thursday night.
Thanks a lot, Roger.
Josh Gerlach, he helped put all this thing together. And without him, Mighty Midgets probably would have never got off the ground, and it's one of the best series that we cover. You can see the official results right there. Let me give you the last couple on that. Oh, wrong one. There it is. Now that'll move it up, Gaines and Cox at the end of that. Make sure that if you didn't catch all the links, go back and rewatch this. Josh Cox and the DJ3 guys with their 24-hour gaming marathon, also for the Extra Life charity. We have all the links in the post for this event. If you want to make a donation, make sure you drop by the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook. Check those links out. Go make a donation. It's all for the kids. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Guys, without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues putting great events on and giving us our weekly racing that you watch here every night, there's nothing for us to cover. Everybody gets a big kudos for that. We'll be back on Monday night. Dirt Slingers Racing League, Monday Night Thunder, kicking off again, season number 24. 8 o'clock Eastern, they will have Big Block Modifieds on the track. And at 9:30 Eastern, they will bring back to the home of sprint car racing, the original home of sprint car racing on iRacing, 360 winged sprint cars back in action. So make sure you tune in for that. And then Tuesday night ERA, Wednesday night Midwest Truck Series. We're going to have a new asphalt series on Wednesday nights. And then Thursday night we will kick off the Mighty Midgets. One more season in 2024. So make sure you mark down all of that. And then we'll add the Mars Series, I think, the week after that on Sunday. So it's going to be 7 races and 5 nights here by the end of the month. So make sure that you like, share, follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. Until we see y'all the next time, peace and love.